57 minutes. And we'll end up with 12% battery.
Finally arrived at the first supercharger stop. Had 5% battery. We started with 100 at our apartment. Had to go into New York City to get my phone, then made our way here. So yeah, it was pretty accurate, the estimates. I think once we started driving like 75 to 80 on the highway, the range started going down faster than estimated, so we slowed down a bit. Yeah, right. Never seen all of this like low battery UX before. You'll see that there's actually a black mark here. This is like the first real blemish on these seats. We'll see if we can clean that later with like a more stronger silk cleaning solution. Done. When did we arrive here? I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes? Not bad.
Finished charging. It's about like 78% charged, and we are doing now our last leg to get to Canada.
Now turn right onto Tom Miller Road.
Just past customs. We are on our last leg, so we're still driving, but what are your thoughts?
I was cautiously optimistic, and I think overall it's worked out pretty well. The range was a good amount where we could get good amount of driving done, and then during charging we were able to relax, go to the bathroom. The timing worked out pretty well. That was a little concerning was how the range estimation typically would go down over time. After the first time we charged, it said we should get to the second destination charger with about 15% battery, but it ended up being like around 6-7%. I think it's definitely mostly because if you're driving above like 75 miles per hour on the highway, the range estimate is gonna go down over time. It takes a lot of energy to go even just a little faster at those speeds. FSD actually has been really nice for the long road trips, especially on the highways cruising. All you have to do is make sure you're paying attention to the road.
And shout out to Haram for driving the entire thing. Appreciate it. Good evening. It is currently 5:17 p.m. the next day. I wanted to play some catch up with you guys. Last night after we had dinner, we checked out a bar called the Cloakroom Bar. They don't take any reservations, so you have to do walk-in. When we got there, we ended up having to wait, I think, about an hour, but it was so worth it in my opinion. They only do custom drinks based on your preferences by asking a couple standardized questions. Haram and I, we first got some welcome drinks and got our first round of custom drinks. They don't have any specific names. They just talk about the ingredients that are in there, and transparently, I kind of forgot. There was just like so many things. In total, it came out to be less than 70 Canadian dollars. So definitely think it was very much worth our value. This morning, took our time getting ready, got some really good brunch, no reservations. So we had to wait in line for about 30 to 45 minutes. Definitely think it's worth it. Now we are gonna do a hike at Montreal, and so far we haven't had the need to charge our car. It's currently around like 33% battery. Haram is paying for parking, and then we'll start our hike. How are you doing? Got out of that snowy slope, a little bit more on the challenging side, but we made it and we did not fall. So that's all that matters. We got there safely.
We're about 20 minutes from the end of Montreal loop. As you can see, we skipped the middle part, which was like a smaller loop within the large outer loop. Once we climbed the set of stairs to get to the peak, we decided it was not happening, and it seems like the right call.
Chicken tikka masala, butter chicken pasta, garlic naan.
This now looks lit. Right now we're getting about 120 kilowatts or about 430 miles per hour charge rate. This is because we're at a 150 kilowatt charger and we preconditioned the battery, and we are the only person using either charger in stall A. Most Tesla superchargers, every 2 stalls they'll be paired up, so that's 1A or 1B, 2A, 2B. And if both chargers, like 1A and 1B, then the charge rate will be halved for the second car that's charging. That's why typically it's good etiquette to space yourself with one parking space between you and the next Tesla. Only need to charge for like 20 minutes before we continue down to the US.
Want to give you guys a quick update. So we stopped at Burlington, Vermont, and there happens to be an extremely long queue for the charging, to a point where I think there's about like 5 cars that have been waiting. And by the time it was our turn, we plugged in the charger, but it wasn't charging. And it's actually because the partner car that's sharing the charger with us was still charging, so they needed to disconnect after they finished charging in order for our car to begin charging. Now the car's charging, so we're good to go. A little slow because everyone's literally charging their cars right now, but better than no charge. Another Tesla just arrived. Lots of Tesla drivers waiting to get their cars charged.